Matthew Schaefer interview, take one. How was that? Was that good?
To think that my brother's a top-rated prospect, it's mind-boggling to me.
Schaefer scores!
Did I ever think he was going to be as good as he ended up being? No, not at all.
Cut that. Cut it. Cut it.
He's a generational culture carrier.
Schaefer!
What's going on? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Life was going so good for him, and like he was just going up and up and up, and then one after the other. That could throw any kid for a loop.
Matthew Schaefer suffered a broken collarbone while away with the Canadian World Juniors team.
The only thing you can control is, how hard you work to be able to come back.
My dad called and said, "You gotta get to the hospital right away."
The doctor said, "It's time. We've lost the battle," basically.
For a young guy to go through so much in such a short period of time, I think it speaks miles to how both Jen and Todd brought Matthew up.
The kids are in town for a funeral.
2 losses in the span of 2 months. No human should go through that.
That was the first major impact in my life that, really hit me.
So pack the car and dry your eyes.
He's an unbelievable person, a great leader, and somebody you'd want to build your hockey team around.
Matthew, what's the path for you?
If I'm ready to play in the NHL next year, I don't see why anything will hold me back.
Like no one's ever been here before or at all.
Whatever team picks Matthew Schaefer, you're getting a phenomenal human being.
I know they got plenty young blood left in them. And plenty nights under pink skies you taught them to enjoy.
I'm pretty sure it's Suite 1 we're going. 325 to 345, and then the next one's 350. Ali, what's going on? We got the camera crew.
This guy's all right. You got another interview?
Yeah, I got a bunch back to back. Mr. Darsh, how you doing?
Done with your interviews?
No, I have a bunch back to back now.
Do you have interviews tomorrow too?
Yeah.
All right,
I'll see you later. Good luck with everything. It's good to see you. See you soon. We're right here. Perfect. You never know if someone's in there or not, so you never know to knock. Usually they come and get you.
Come on in. Hi, Chris.
Matthew, nice to meet you. Matthew.
Nice to meet you. All right, let's get started. Let's see.
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself as a player?
On the ice, my skating ability and hockey IQ, I think, are 2 big parts of my game. And then off the ice, I'm very vocal, I'm a leader.
What's the area of your game that you need to work on the most?
Probably not running into the net.
Typically, a player like this comes in these situations in the NHL draft and have a lot of nerves. You don't seem to have that.
Going through adversity, you get to see life a lot differently. I'm lucky enough to have the game to relay on, but I love talking, about my mom.
Matthew, tell us about your family.
From day one, I always wanted a sibling. I always wanted a little brother. Parents tried. Nothing ended up working out, and so they were like, you know what? How about a dog? We get a dog, and then a couple weeks later, my mom's pregnant.
Having a brother that was 9 years older was perfect for Matthew. Johnny was his idol, role model, and mentor.
I think when I was 3 years old, me, my dad, and brother would go on the ice quite a bit, and I'd skate with them, but I think the biggest thing was just watching my brother grow up.
Because of the brother and the relationship, it wasn't even an option. He was going to be a hockey player.
I think when I saw how he could skate with his rollerblades on and playing with me, I realized that he was going to be a very good hockey player.
He was naturally a good skater at a young age, so the fact that he could skate through people and around people, obviously that's what stood out. Did I ever think he was going to be as good as he ended up being? No, not at all.
While Todd was dealing mainly with Johnny's hockey, Matthew's mother, Jennifer, was the ultimate hockey mom. She drove him everywhere.
Mama Bear, she's the best. She'd do anything for anyone, and especially our family.
Man, there were times where she'd strap on 2 layers of pads, and she had cushions, like chair cushions, and taped on.
She'd have bruises because, me and my brother would, actually try.
And then he'd giggle, and I'd like, your mom's not gonna play net for you anymore if you keep finding the spot she doesn't have padding.
We'd shoot her in, the thigh where she had no padding. She'd be like, oh, you little buggers. I know a lot of my friends, they consider her as a, fun, outgoing, caring, and has the best laugh.
Schaefer through traffic, they score!
A lot of people say, who's your favorite player? And honestly, it was my brother.
Johnny played 5 OHL seasons with the Niagara Ice Dogs.
Going to OHL games, watching games, I felt so cool because my brother played in the OHL. He was a big role model in my life.
Matthew continued to impress in minor hockey, but life changed for the Schaefer family when Jennifer was diagnosed with cancer in 2021.
You hear, people that go through cancer and people that go through a lot of stuff, but you would never expect it to be your family.
When you hear that your mom's sick, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what type of cancer it is, you're devastated for sure.
It was hard, but it was always like, mom's gonna get better. Like this is just, people get sick. Mom's got a diagnosis, but we're gonna get through it and life goes on.
I remember when she rang the bell for cancer, to ring that she beat it. And then I remember her coming back to me and my brother, telling us that it came back and it was a lot worse.
She would be sick, but you'd never know it. She would be tired, but you'd never know it. She would be depressed, but you'd never know it.
She never, broke that smile on her face, even though she was going through, one of the worst things that could happen.
During this difficult time, Matthew soared to the top of the OHL draft rankings.
Every month that went by, it just seemed like he was, going up. If somebody would have asked me, I would not have guessed that he would have gone as high as he did in the OHL draft.
We knew immediately as soon as our organization was given that first pick that he was going to be our guy.
Without further ado, the Erie Otters are proud to select, with the first overall pick in the 2023 OHL priority selection, Matthew Schaefer.
First time I met Matt was his draft press conference when we got the chance to introduce him to the public. His personality was unbelievable. So warm, so genuine.
This day is meaningful to my family. My dad, Todd, my mom, Jen, and my all-time favorite player, my brother and OHL grad, Johnny. This is truly an honor and a day my family and I will always cherish.
Meeting the family, they brought such an energy into the room. They welcomed everybody in with literal hugs. Like, if you met them, you're getting a hug.
That was a high that we needed. I think we needed a little bump up and a boost of confidence for our family, and so seeing that was amazing, but you just didn't really know where she was going to end up, because that was just the beginning, and all those special moments that kind of go on with that, you were hoping that she was going to be there for.
Jennifer was heartbroken when she realized her youngest son would move away to play for the Erie Otters.
It was tough, but it was funny because every day in August she cried herself to sleep at night. We went down there. The day we left him down there was the only day she didn't cry, because we met Emily and Ryan. It was like, oh my God, this is home. They're wonderful people.
We hit it off really good with his family. My wife and I and my daughter were there, and I figured it was pretty hard dropping a 15-year-old kid off with some strangers and in a different country. It takes a lot.
It's tough leaving your family and leaving the home that, you kind of grow up in, but they felt so relieved with the family that I'm with, and they knew I was in good hands.
With coverage you can count on, this is the Erie News Nowcast.
Good Wednesday evening. I'm Emily Matson. Thanks so much for joining us for tonight's edition of the Erie News Nowcast.
Emily was a news anchor. She's known all over Erie, Pennsylvania, and coming up to the start of the season, they did a special, and it was her on the ice with Matthew, and she's not a very good skater, and oh my God, they giggled and laughed and just had a great time.
Schaefer faking, steps into one and scores! The first career OHL goal for Matthew Schaefer.
Matthew Schaefer going to turn on the jets of his own down the left side. Here's the rookie. Schaefer shoots and scores. How's that for a laser beam?
My first impression of him was, he can do anything you want him to do. And I think that's what makes him such a great player, is he's so, versatile, and you love to have him on your team.
Matthew's rookie season went well on the ice, but at home he had no idea his billet mom, Emily, struggled with her mental health.
She was depressed. We lost a baby 5 years prior. So at that time, She had a breakdown, and she took a walk that night, and she never came back.
Ryan woke him up at 7 in the morning to the news that that Emily had passed away, and it's public knowledge she had committed suicide.
The news community in Erie is saddened tonight to learn of the death of our colleague Emily Matson. Matson was an anchor and award-winning reporter with WICU for nearly 20 years.
It was so sad. That was kind of one of my first, big losses. She was so outgoing. She was a great person. She cared about so many people.
His family immediately jumped in the car, drove to Erie from Canada, and was there to support us.
He was heavily involved in their lives, even in that short amount of time that he was there. It was good for him to kind of grieve with them and go through that. I think if he left the house the next day, he probably wouldn't have gone through a natural process.
We let it be his decision on where he wanted to go, and he wanted to stay with us. I was stressing a lot. I had to take care of a 16-year-old kid, I had to take care of my daughter, and we did it all together. He's part of the family now.
He stayed there for a bit, and then it was the Christmas break, so it was a perfect opportunity for him to come home and regroup.
During this time, Jennifer's health declined quickly.
Jen was battling. She was doing different medications, and everything was fine. And then it was the family day game. It was in Brantford, and she wasn't feeling well.
I played in Brantford. I thought everything was going good. My mom was doing treatment. She couldn't actually make it to that game.
That week, we went into the hospital, and the doctor basically said, it's time, we've lost the battle, basically.
It was definitely difficult seeing her, digress and, running out of things that are gonna help her. It's hard, and then having to let my brother know and give him that call was a day that we'll never forget. My dad called and said, you gotta get to the hospital right away. I don't know how much time we got. And then
I had to make the call to Erie and get Matthew, and sort of just replaying in my mind. But I know crying is a good thing, so there's nothing. But I remember they drove him to the border. And I remember it was very hard when he came across that border, because I couldn't pretend anything anymore. It wasn't, not that I was pretending, but again, we look back and everything happened so quick.
My dad picked me up, and then we went straight to the hospital from there. I remember giving her a lot of hugs and kisses and telling her how much I love her, because it's scary, because you don't know if it's going to be the last time you get to talk to her.
She kind of got into a state of rest, we'll call it. But I don't think she knew at that point that she would only be here a few more days.
I sat up right by her bedside. It was me, my girlfriend, my brother, and my dad, and we got to say everything we wanted to her. We got to tell her how much we loved her, how much we appreciated her.
I remember I'd, give her a hug and a kiss, and she'd put her hand on my face, and I go, Mom, I love you so much. I just want you to know that, you've done so much to help me and be the person I am today, and I want to make you so proud.
It was so peaceful in that we got to say what we wanted to. She got to listen, and for the boys, it was just good for them to tell her, that they're gonna make her proud and all that kind of stuff. So it was just reassurance almost than was the last few days, so.
On February 24th, 2024, Jennifer Schaefer passed away at the young age of 56.
To have such tremendous loss of that capacity at that young age is terrible, but to have two losses of that magnitude, two maternal figures lost, I don't think the average person could handle that in the way that Matthew did.
2 losses in the span of 2 months. I mean, Matt being 16 years of age, no human should go through that.
Life was going so good for him, and he was just going up and up and up, and then one after the other. That could throw any kid for a loop. And he's just gotten better and stronger, and I'm super, super proud of him for doing that.
For a young guy to go through so much in such a short period of time, I think it speaks miles to how both Jen and Todd brought Matthew up, and obviously he had the ability to lean on his brother Jonathan, who I think's done a great job being a mentor for him.
When a 17-year-old tells you, Johnny, we're gonna be okay. Life's gotta move on. Mom doesn't want me to sit and cry and just give up what I'm doing and give up hockey and all of a sudden throw away everything that, you know, she would have wanted me to go and achieve. Like, why would I do that? And I'm just like, when a 17-year-old is telling me as a 27-year-old that, I'm like, this kid's gonna go far and he's gonna be okay.
When his mom passed away, he took time to grieve, the whole family did, but then he knew that he needed to keep chasing his dreams to make her proud.
I play for my mom every day. Not even just play for my mom, but I carry myself to show people, you know, what my mom did for the person I am today. Free ice, first one. Oh, clip that! Roll clip. Oh no! Trash. Good pep talk. Cut that. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Through the legs and then backhand, forehand. No! Got enough on a good note. There you go. There's one. Props.
Last season, Schaefer started the year with mono, but recovered quickly.
Erie moving it around. Schaefer with a shot, scores! Matthew Schaefer gets his first of the season.
Here's Schaefer. Schaefer scores! A 4-3 overtime win.
In November, on his mother's birthday, he scored twice and was the game's first star.
Every game I get to play, whether it's on her birthday or the day she passed, those just make it that much more important to me. Like, I remember this year I had 2 goals on her birthday, and I think that was her right there behind me, just guiding me along the way.
It was very special. On her birthday, on November 22nd, he was the first star, got 2 goals, and a speech after the game, he talked very openly about, you know, this day was for my mom, and he's just glowing ear to ear talking about it. Johnny and I are up there crying in our beer.
You said something in the tunnel, you want to give a shout out, special day for you, take it away.
Yeah, no, my mom passed away about 9 months ago, and it's her birthday today, so today was a big game for me, and you guys came out for me, so thank you.
You know, it's nice when positive things happen on days of reflection, I guess is the best way to look at it.
During the holidays, the plan was for the 17-year-old to play a prominent role on Canada's World Junior team.
World Juniors was, you know, one of my dreams growing up. I think it's every, you know, hockey kid's dream to play for their country.
Outstanding in the opening game against Finland with a goal and an assist, but in Game 2 against Latvia, he broke his collarbone and would miss the rest of the tournament and season.
That was super tough. You know, he's bawling his eyes out, not because he's hurt, but because all he wanted to do was play for Team Canada.
As devastating as that was, it's good for him to know that injuries are part of the game. It's not a bad lesson to kind of go through. And again, good people reached out. Steven Stamkos reached out. Connor McDavid. So when you have people who have gone through what you're going through, it's so nice to have them reach out and say, listen, it will get better. It sucks right now, and it's too bad, but it will get better.
To his credit, you know, like everything else that he's been encountered with over the last 24 months, he continued to push forward.
If you get an injury, the only thing you can control is, you know, how hard you work to be able to come back. Since I just broke my collarbone, I'm just started working out not too long ago, so just getting back in the groove of things. You just gotta start off light. You'd rather ease your way in than, you know, hurt yourself right off the bat.
He could have, you know, half-assed what he was doing, but instead he, you know, did it 2, 3, 4 times a day. It just shows that, you know, he's gonna go far and he's gonna go places because he's got that work ethic both on and off the ice.
It's tough, but I mean, you want to be back, so definitely motivation. I've been doing a lot of shoulder stuff just to get the shoulder some, you know, strength. Miss working out.
I think that that's just a small blip in the radar, and I think that you know, you'll see a determined, bigger, stronger Matthew Schaefer as we move forward.
Just left my billet house in Erie. We got a game versus London, so we're just on our way to that. It's 3-0 London right now, so, you know, depending on the outcome, if we win and when we win, then we can hopefully spend some more time together and it won't be our last game. I feel like you're more stressed, you know, when you're watching the game rather than when you can kind of take charge of the game and, you know, it's in your own hands and you can make plays and, you know, do a lot of things on the ice. So yeah, definitely a lot harder to watch the game than play the game.
Schaefer!
What's going on? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. How's hockey? Playing hockey yourself?
Yeah.
How's the boy?
Doesn't matter if you're, you know, a big shot agent or if you're, you know, a kid on the street. He always has time for you, always has a laugh for you, always has that smile for you.
Enjoy the game.
How are you, my dear?
Where are you guys sitting?
We're right there.
Oh, right
waving.
there? I'll
Yeah.
come say hi. Matthew, nice to meet you.
People know who he is, and he'll take the time out of the day to sign a puck or take a picture and just converse with everybody. It's really fun to watch, actually.
There you go. No worries. I feel like a lot of guys, you know, when they get injured, they think, you know, the world's gonna end, but I think, honestly, just, you know, working hard to recovery and just having a good mindset. It's gonna be a good game, man. Go! Oh my God! Holy!
Easton Cowan on a break. Cowan in the net front. He scores. It's 1-0 London.
It's okay, Burnsy. We're good.
Cowan moving in front. They score. And the Knights take a 3-2 lead.
You think they call a timeout? Timeout London. Wow.
Hanno Femus, hungry like a junkyard dog, takes it away. Back below the goal line. Whips it around. They score.
Yes, sir.
Cowan gets around McCall. Cowan back behind, trying to chip it through. They score. The London Knights win this one in overtime. They're advancing to the Western Conference Finals.
It's always sad. You always want to go as far as you can and, you know, never end playing because you love hockey. But yeah, the emotions really got to me. Thanks for everything, bro, with my mom and everything.
Of course. Thanks for everything you've done for me, bro. Love you, dude.
I miss you, man.
I wish you weren't so good so you could come play with me.
Atta boy, brother.
Speedy recovery, eh? Good luck in the draft.
Cowboy.
Love you, bro.
Love you, bro.
Rest up.
Yeah.
Good luck in the draft, okay?
One last time.
Love you, boys, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Love you, boys.
Love you, boys. I better be at your first NHL game.
Shafe, how many months did you not skate for? 3 months you were off? Yeah.
To help with his training and preparation, Matthew is now working with 2019 Norris Trophy winner Mark Giordano.
It's always like the dumbest hits or the simplest plays that you get hurt on, and then you get blown up and you're fine. I'm gonna go see what's going on the ice. I'm good to go. We'll start. I'll go forwards all the time. You'll go backwards. Just get your hands going.
I'm excited to, you know, pick his brain, and he's going to be teaching me a lot because he was a great player, still is, and can't wait to be working with him.
The coach asks you what you're playing. You say, I play anything you want me to play. The coach is asking you if you've ever played right. It's because he wants you to play right.
Exactly. There's so much behind what he's teaching you, and they're all things to use in a game. They're all game situations.
I can't remember which coach taught me this drill, but this drill is called, it's like a shift, okay? Here we go. Nice, recover, serve, nice. The raw talent is there. I mean, the speed is the one thing that sticks out to me, a lot of speed, but it's really nice to see in a young guy who really wants to learn. You can tell he wants to take that next step. You got to use your feet. Your feet are your #1 asset. Yep. Fake. Nice. One more whenever you're ready, Schaefer. You always got to keep your cardio at max because you're going to play a lot. And the only time we make mistakes is when we're tired, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's been off some time with an injury, so I don't want to put expectations on the kid that are too high, but he's in that same group with, you know, the McCarrs, the Quinn Hughes. For sure, you can see that raw talent. Here he comes out, just pumping your tires, bud. Yeah.
Thanks for doing that again.
Yeah, of course.
Matt, how's it going? We're really excited to work with you guys to make sure we make you guys look the best for the draft. We'll look at some of the fabrics that you're interested in, and then we'll go into even some of the customizations that will be really nice to maybe include, just to show, you know, your personality and commemorate anybody that's really important to you. So if you want to take a seat, the houndstooth is a very popular fabric right now. Nobody in the draft I've ever seen wear.
Yeah, exactly. I want to be like different.
I'll wear the same one. Is that okay?
Yeah.
No? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't pretend you're a fashion guy. You're a hockey player.
He's taught me.
The fashion
He's
guy.
taught me some
okay,
stuff.
good. Okay.
I learned,
so let's give him
it
credit
from
from learning from him. He's excited and he's been thinking about this for a while. We're gonna have a picture of him and his mom over the left breast that touches his heart and everything like that. So he's excited to get that.
We're gonna bring up the photos here, and I know there's a lot that's happened in your life and things you want to commemorate.
I think a lot of these pictures are my favorite of me and my family.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a great one.
Well, I think these photos, I think would be great. So we'll make sure to integrate this into your jacket.
And I know he's pumped about that, being able to take his jacket off and show the family pictures.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is gonna come out amazing.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be sweet.
To think that my brother's a top-rated prospect, it's mind-boggling to me. One team's gonna get very, very lucky with who they're gonna get.
Matthew, what's the path for you?
Next year, I hope to play in the NHL. If you guys were to draft me and you thought I wasn't ready, then I'd see what you guys would think on, if NCAA or, the OHL is a better route. What do you think, in your opinion, would be a better route, the NCAA or OHL?
We don't have an opinion. We think you're going to be good wherever you are.
For a guy who's played less than 100 games coming into the draft, really impressive that he's so highly thought of. Then you meet the person and you spend some time with the young man and you understand really quickly that he's engaged, that he's fun, that he's passionate about the game.
No question in my mind. Best player in the draft class, top pairing NHLD for years to come. He would be successful in anything he does. He's going to be a hockey player, but this is the type of young man that will be successful in anything he chooses to do.
He's a generational culture carrier, unbelievable person, a great leader, and somebody you'd want to build your hockey team around.
How you doing? Yeah,
good.
Good to see you.
In a very limited sample, you've been able to accomplish a lot, and you should be very proud of yourself. What did you think was you at your absolute best this year?
The Finland game in the World Juniors, I think I really showed there. My two-way game, I think that was probably, one of the highest levels I've played at.
What sets you apart from everyone else?
I think just the person I am. You guys see me on the ice. I think off the ice, people don't see my personality. I love to talk. I'm very vocal. I want to be a leader.
What do you think the biggest misconception is that teams have about you?
I think a big thing this year, just with me only playing 17 games, maybe questioning, why I'm the #1 ranked. If I'm ready to play in the NHL next year, I don't see why anything will hold me back.
One thing you said that I disagree with.
Let's hear it.
You said that people maybe don't know your personality, and I would say that anyone that's been around you for 1 second knows you got a big personality. So, we'll always have big fans of you here. We'll see what we can make happen before the draft.
Yeah, Kyle, good to see you.
Whatever team picks Matthew Schaefer, I would say you're not only getting an excellent hockey player, and they know his hockey experience and whatnot, but you're getting a phenomenal human being.
While attending the NHL Combine in Buffalo, Matthew visited the Western New York Compassion Connection Center to speak with kids who have had similar experiences.
Hey, buddy. What's your name?
My name's Henry.
Henry? I'm Matthew. Nice to meet you. You did?
Yes, my brother died.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
It's okay. Everyone's here.
Yeah, we're going to let Henry lead the way there.
Yeah. Losing someone that you love is one of the toughest things you'll have to go through, and everyone loves to keep their emotions in, where I want them to talk because I want them to know they're not alone, and there's so many other people that are going through the same things. Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it. I'll get to tell you guys a bit about myself. I lost my billet mom due to suicide, and then I lost my mom 2 months after due to cancer. She was battling for 2 years. That was the first major impact in my life that really hit me. Sometimes I think to myself, I gotta get stronger because, seeing her go through that with a smile on her face, worrying about our family more than herself, even though she was going through cancer, it really changes my mindset.
He feels honored to be able to hug somebody or shake somebody's hand and tell them that he knows what they're going through.
Ready? Perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you. They
There
want
you
to tell
go.
you about their dad.
Yeah.
So our dad died from stage 4 cancer.
Really?
Well, very similar. On April 26th.
Give me a hug, boys. Sorry to hear that. Do you guys see signs from your dad? So like when my mom passed, I look for stuff. So like I saw a lot of ladybugs.
The one thing that whenever I remember him, I always think of egg and cheese burritos. Twice a week he would make me those, and it was so good.
I think back on, things my mom make. I try to make it. I never make it as good as my mom because my mom's a good cook. I'm not.
When you can talk to kids that look up to you about similar things that they're going through, it really gives those kids perspective on life. Parents reach out to us saying, oh my God, this kid, I don't know what he said to him, but he's got a totally different outlook on life. Matt will do that with anybody he can have a conversation with that he can help, he would do it.
Anyone good at air hockey? Are you good at air hockey? Yeah, you want to play air hockey? Whoa, look at that. Everyone, we need helmets on right now. Yeah. Woo! Putting other people before yourself is something really good when it comes to this stuff. And like I said, I'm always there to help anyone. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. That's a big win.
To have a heart and soul like yours reach out to us and support our community in this way is so meaningful. As a mom of a 17-year-old, I can't imagine how proud your mom must be.
People don't know how important these places are. I mean, for me, obviously, it helps so much. I love talking about my mom and everyone, and I actually got to be able to put my billet mom and my mom's rocks there. They do a little tradition where, everyone they lost, they got to put rocks around a big rock. So it means a lot for me to do this. Hey, I was just about to call you.
I talked to your principal and Mrs. Broadman.
What were they saying?
They want to do something special for you because you're missing grad today.
As much as, it'd be good to be a grad, I'd much rather help. Like, this actually was, way better than grad.
There's definitely somebody in there that you made a huge impact on today, and that's, you can't.
Yeah. You actually want to hear something? One of the people lost someone and hasn't came for 10 years, but came today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And maybe that person will start opening up and whatever, and that's amazing. Call me later when you get a minute.
Okay, see you, Dad. Want me like this? Want me looking that way? Do you want it this way or this way? How's that? Was that good? Do you want my like that?
Are Johnny and I proud of him? Absolutely. Does he deserve it? Absolutely. He's gone through enough adversity. He's faced adversity, so I'm not worried about that. I worry more about, the noise that follows. I just get nervous and stressed about expectations on a 17-year-old boy, that's all.
Oh, sorry. Oh, the lens are a little snowy. I got a little too excited.
How about we do it again?
Yeah.
But don't come so close.
Okay. How was that? Was that all right?
I tell him all the time, Matthew, you're going to do what you're going to do in hockey, and I can't control that. But when somebody says that you have, good character and you're respectful and this and that, those are the things that you need in your whole life forever, whether you play hockey or not. Those are the things that make Dad proud and made Mom proud.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's a really good. Your camera's nice. Your camera's nice. Thanks again for doing this, guys. Appreciate it.
Tell you, it never gets easier being here.
Well, it never gets easier, that's for sure. Sometimes you come here and it makes you cry, and sometimes it makes you smile. There's some days I drive by and I'm like, I'm not even going near, and then there's other times where I'm like, okay, I'm in a good frame, whatever. So
yeah. It's good to have a stone here because before when, it was snowing and all that, we couldn't put it in.
Yeah.
But now it's good.
4 hearts in the top for our family, 2 hockey sticks because hockey's crazy part of our family.
Yeah.
But I always like that, Mom, Jenny, if love could have saved you, you would have lived forever. It's so true.
Yeah.
It's so true.
People ask me all the time, where does he get his strength from? Is he hiding it all? Is he burying it? Not at all. He didn't want to see his mom suffer. His belief system is that she's in a better place.
I know she's with me all the time, but I like to be able to look at, her stone and her picture and just be able to talk to her, be here with her. So yeah, it's nice.
See the bunny? I always love seeing the bunny over there.
Bunnies don't usually come this close.
Maybe the bunny's mom.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. She'll do anything to be here with us, so I wouldn't doubt it.
If you could see him now, you'd be proud. Though you think days your beat. Your funeral was beautiful. I bet God heard you coming.
He has such a great support system with his brother and his dad, and he has taken everything that he's been through the past couple of years so good. Strong heart is kind of what I would say.
I think more so than anything else, I'm just really happy for Todd, Johnny, and Matthew, and obviously Jen's looking over them.
As the draft approaches, Matthew continues to remember and cherish the memory of his mother, Jennifer.
I think my brother and dad will probably break out into some tears. I guarantee you I will probably have some tears too for, you know, my mom and everything. Wish she was there, but yeah, I think there's not gonna be a dry eye in the family.
We're gonna have her very close to our heart for that time. There's definitely gonna be an empty chair there. That wish was filled. She'll be looking down very, very happy.
It'll be awesome. It'll be be awesome. Sorry. But yeah, I'm just happy for him because he deserves it. And he's very deserving. So I'm very proud.
I know she's always with me. She's probably sitting right beside me right now as I'm doing this interview, kind of keeping me up there, keeping me strong, you know. I just want to play for her and make her proud.
The kids are in town for a funeral. So pack the car and dry your eyes. I know they got plenty young blood left in them, and plenty nights under pink skies you taught them to enjoy.